Krotokoven, KRO Designs, on Instagram and of course on YouTube. So I just finished the unboxing of this fabulous kit from Mommy Lhey. It is the April Little Bits box with Blossom as our fabulous friend. She is showcased throughout this, and I couldn't be any more excited to set up my B6. Now my B6 is a little bit different than the A6 we've been getting. And I know this box came just a smidge late due to some products not being quite ready on time to send out. But the good news is that I spent a whole lot of time with the digitals before this box actually showed up. Mommy Lhey sent out an email, and I gave everybody who has a subscription and a one-time box the digital box ahead of time so that we could get working on it. And I took advantage. I took major advantage. And you can actually see that video of how I prepared some of B6 items before my B6 got here. And I'll go ahead in the description box below, go ahead and talk about that, and you can watch that video at your convenience. So these are some of the things, just as a review. I made some insert pocket, dashboard inserts for my Foxy Fix inserts. I did some vellum, which is actually on tracing paper. I did a foil with some cover. I also did this cover, which is just to print off, and I've done this. Annie Plans did 4 inserts for our B6. That's a fabulous collaboration. I'm a huge fan of Annie Plans and Mommy Lhey at the same time. I love the fact that they do collabs all the time. So the 4 inserts she did get included in the digital link. And just so you know, that digital link is in at the bottom on the back of this card that comes in each box. So here are the inserts I've got. I've got my weekly insert that looks like this. I've got this insert, which I just decided to use the cover for, and I used a Mommy Lhey Annie Plans collab, a previous one. I've got my notes section, which is this cute one with Blossom on top. I have this blank one. This is a Kim, and it has that holographic sticker paper on the top, and it is, again, another list section from Annie Plans. This one is a month. This one's just the insert cover. I put that in the wrong pile. One of these is where I put my monthly, if I can find it here real quick. Oh, it's this one. This is where my monthly is. So this is going to be my football planner for the month, and all I need is June, July, and August. So that's what I'm setting this B6 up for. But if you count correctly, I have 6 inserts, and I will be using all of them in this B6, and they should work just fine. And I'll show you how to use those jump bands and even make a few for yourself. I've used on occasion rubber bands that work just great, but I also have some elastic that's going to work well in this situation. But I'm going to quit talking and jabbing, and I'm going to get to work because I've got a B6 to set up using some of the things that I previously made, and I've got a few things in mind that I'm crossing my fingers will work out for us while we're putting it together. So stay tuned. I'm going to put you on fast forward, and at the end of the video we'll do a quick flip through of my B6 after it's all set up. Alright guys, I'm going to get to work. You guys enjoy the show. Bye.
Hey guys, things went a little south with my cold, so I hope you could bear the voiceover, but I wanted to talk about a few things that I did that were pretty special with this TN. So I took a piece of that vellum that came with the kit, and I folded it in half, and I didn't want to restring the TN and add holes and make sure it fit properly, so I just notched it, 1 notch on the top and the bottom at the middle. Just a few testing runs with the dry fitting before I added some glue, which I have to tell you is my favorite all-time permanent adhesive for fabric and paper. It's called Well Bond, and it does a great job adhering the vellum to the leather of the traveler's notebook. I knew it was going to pucker, but I did bulldog it, clip it anyway, and I knew it was going to dry while I was working on some other inserts. This one is for the secretarial pocket insert. I just did a test fitting just then, but I wanted to add a couple pictures of my cutie patooties from way back. Used some packaging, and then I just ripped one of the EC boxes in half for decorations in the corners. Those clear stickers are super fun to work with, and I did add one on the edge, and then I wrapped it around the other side. It looks super cute, I think. So I'm beginning to think about what inserts were going to go where, and I chose the weekly insert. It's going to go in that secretarial pocket. Here's one of my outdoor pictures of sunset that I thought the colors worked really well in this kit, so I just added it there and added some faux photo corners using some packaging. Now here again is one of my digital insert dashboards that I put together previously, and I love those blossom with those the post-it notes, and so I decided to go ahead and just chop one up and put blossom in the bottom and use some holographic washi strip that was included in the kit on the top. Here, this is when I'm starting to get frustrated and I got noodled, so I just thought I'd zip back to my vellum and make sure I can figure out what ribbon works best covering up the vellum that was going to kind of waffle a little bit. Back to the inserts, I used a bookmark right in the center, and I knew I wanted to put something there, but wasn't quite sure at the time. Now here's called the jump bands. All I did was use some elastic I found at Michael's. It's just a, in the kids section, a cheapo elastic, and it works really good in this instance. I just cut it to 13.5 inches long and then tied a knot at one end. And then I did use a flame thing for lighting candles to burn off the excess a little bit so they wouldn't fray. I love the tabs that came in the kit, and I decided to use them as top tabs and as tiered. So the first one is far on the right and then graduating to the left using those tabs. Then I'm starting to put everything in order and making sure that everything is lined up. And that's my favorite part about using a glue stick, is I can put the adhesive on the glue stick and I still have wiggle room to make sure that they're properly put in the great spot that I want them to. I'm still working on those graduating adhesive, and there I go, my last tab on the top. Here comes the jump bands, and now here's what's going to happen. Since I have 6 inserts, I need to adhere 3 together and add to one band, and then the next 3 I need to add to the next elastic. So what you do is through each insert, you go to the middle where you have your staple and you attach them together. And then you do that for the next one as well. And then you just slip them underneath the elastics, and there you go. I love the fact that that sequined ribbon from Martha Stewart was one of those things I purchased at Michael's. I also knew that the corner rounder that I had from Becky Higgins wasn't going to cut the vellum, but at least it would give me a mark on where I needed to know where to trim. That one elastic wasn't quite tight enough, so I tightened it up, added it back into my insert, and added it to the elastic as well. Here comes the fun part. I saw these Hot Fix Swarovski crystals at Michael's, and I just knew I had to make my celestial cover work perfectly for my B6. All I did was add it using this Hot Fix crystal adhesive tool, but I will tell you a little trick. I have done this previously on a different traveler's notebook using just my fuse tool from Becky Higgins. All you have to do is unscrew the roller top or the cut top that comes with the tool and adhere this fixed crystals the same way by just pressing between 15 and 30 seconds for each crystal. It took some time, but it was well worth it. Time for some decoration, some post-it notes, some holographic doilies, and here I took a ribbon and added it using a button with large holes, and I bird-tailed the bottom, and there you go.
Well, hey there, friends. It's Kim Odakoven. Excuse the voice. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, but I just wanted to show you my planner setup that you just watched the video for. I have, as you saw, bedazzled the outside using some Swarovski Hot Fix crystals, and I think it turned out pretty snazzy. Let's go on and go inside and see what it looks like. As you saw in my setup video, I just took that piece of vellum, tucked it under here, made some notches, and glued it using this Well-Bond glue, one of my favorites of all time of glue that's permanent adhesive. I just took this bow and I attached a few sticky notes, so I have them at the ready. And then of course I added some stickers to this pocket, so I'm on the ready and on the go. Here's the front cover. It turned out well. Again, these are the Foxy Fix dashboards inserts, and so I've decided I'm going to go ahead and just zhuzh a little bit with some die cuts here. Nothing too fancy, just a few blossom moments that I can just use as I want to. I'm not going to affix them to anything. And here again is this awesome vellum from the digital that I foiled, which is great. And then I used the die cut and the tab. Again, this is from the digital kit as well. And let's talk about this ribbon here. All it is what I've taken is obviously a button with larger holes, and then I just threaded the ribbon through, excuse me, and it makes a great placeholder. It's very inexpensive and it works. Here is the next dashboard cover insert. It's just a picture that you saw me put together. And again, I just wrapped around this flower on this side, and I think it looks well. Here again is that tracing paper that I put together using the other video in the digital kit. And the other side of the vellum is nothing special, but it sure is pretty. And look at Blossom with her planner and her purse, and I did put a little bit down there in the digital, and again just printed it on the other side. This is a hybrid insert. This is the cover from one insert, and I just put it on this Mommy Lhey and Annie Plans printable collaboration. I love the back side of this insert cover. It turned out really well digitally. I love that. And again, you can see that there's this awesome sunset picture. I used the stamp set from the kit, and it works out well. I love these faux photo corners that I put. Again, there isn't much on this side. And the text, I'll link that up below. I will link that below, the how I put text on your insert covers, just in case you're interested in doing that. There's not much going on here. I've got some room to play still, but I did want to use this bookmark right there as well. And here is the end of this insert cover dashboard. The notes section. And again, here's the holographic paper that I've used previously, and it worked out well with this insert. And then I have these holographic doilies that I think I'm going to be using somewhere else. All right, thanks guys for joining me. I hope you enjoy your B6. It is super easy, super simple to set up, and I know you're going to love playing with this brand new size. Take care, everybody. Bye.